The shorthanded Celtics handle Anthony Davis and the Pelicans. My name is Mike Petraglia, joined by Jimmy Toscano. Fist pound after the Celtics handle New Orleans 113-100 here on Monday night without five players available. This Garden Report is brought to you by Action Heat. Go to actionheat.com/garden for 20% off your order. You can stay toasty and warm, Jimmy, in your Action Heat wear, provided by the great folks at actionheat.com/garden, or use the promo code Newsfeed. Let's get to the business of the night, and that is Marcus Morris, 31 points. The rookie, Robert Williams, the Time Lord, with 7 points and 11 rebounds, including two fantastic blocks of Anthony Davis, 2 of his 3 blocks on the night. The Celtics, without Kyrie Irving, Al Horford, and Gordon Hayward, get it done.
Baines, too. Yeah, I mean, you can go down the line. I mean, they were basically missing, what a lot of teams would throw out there as their full starting lineup, right? I mean, and they went toe-to-toe with the Pelicans, a team that is a good team in the NBA, and one of the best players in the NBA, Anthony Davis, who still went off and had his own tonight. But you felt like the Celtics kind of took control, and they kept control. In the second half, they didn't really let the Pelicans get back in it. Then they went ahead big later in the second half there. And, yeah, I mean, it starts with another leader on this team who's really come through this year, is Marcus Morris. I mean, this is a guy who's just done a complete – I think he's really pleasantly surprised everybody around the Celtics fan base, organization, NBA, really. I mean, the way he's really taken on his role and done everything asked him. He comes in tonight, 31 points, really leads the way, gets guys like Tatum going, gets guys that Smart going, and the Celtics showed that, again, they just showed their depth tonight.
What I really liked about the way the Celtics on the bench really handled it, when Morris came off with about a minute to go in the game, Kyrie Irving was there waiting for him with a huge smile and an even bigger hug.
That's awesome, and you like to see that off the court, because you don't really know what these guys are like off the court sometimes. You don't know how close they are, and a lot of times that can translate onto the court. So you want to see that camaraderie, you want to see that friendship, that, I'm there for you, you're there for me type thing. And listen, I mean, the Celtics were very short-handed tonight. They needed a big game out of Morris. They needed somebody to step up and give him 30, because they weren't going to have that depth that they usually do have. So for him to come through and do that, and then you had a guy like Tatum provide, I think it was 21, and then Jaylen Brown came on late, and then Robert Williams III. I mean, he came in and he gave him some big minutes. I think he played about 25 minutes tonight, and he really showed up on the defensive end. 2 blocks on Anthony Davis and 3 total.
Well, also, this is the Celtics' 6th straight win. They're 16-10, and they're streaking, building some legit momentum. And I think a lot of what Celtics fans are going to take from this game, Jimmy, is the spacing and the energy that they showed from start to finish.
I would agree with you. Active out there, and it's interesting to see that, because so many players were missing, so you really weren't sure how they were going to play. And I think that's maybe one of the things that Brad told him, is like, hey, we probably don't have a lot of practice time with these lineups out here. We haven't had a lot of practice without these 4 players or these 5 players on the court. So want you guys to play to your strengths, want you guys to be active out there, run the floor, play to your strengths, and just go with the flow of the game. And I think that's what they did. And I think you can see guys feeling more comfortable out there, like Jaylen Brown at certain points, and like Jason Tatum. I mean, Jason Tatum, even though Marcus Morris led the team in scoring, Jason Tatum he looked very comfortable out there. Looked like he wasn't thinking too much, or he wasn't worried about making that extra play. He was going after what he wanted, and if something else was there that was better, he would do that as well. He would give that to Morris or whoever it may be.
Anthony Davis had 41 points on the night, game high, obviously, but it took 34 shots. And I think the Celtics will live with that, because it was one player. You know what Anthony Davis is going to do. He, by the way, got a great ovation from the fans before the game.
Yeah, shocking. I wonder why. I wonder if he'll remember that in the offseason. But, yeah, I mean, he's going to get his. He's the type of star. I mean, he's a superstar in this league. And sometimes the game plan has to be, listen, let this guy get his. Don't let, option B and option C get you, and that's exactly what happened tonight. Anthony Davis took 34 shots, and he went 17 of 34. He had a great night. I mean, he shot 50%. So, I mean, can't take anything away from him, but the Celtics they allowed for that to happen, knowing that they could probably limit the rest of the team.
So the Celtics, looking like they did, Jimmy, in the Eastern Conference Finals before Game 7, no Kyrie. Of course, they had Al Horford, but they didn't have Gordon Hayward. But it was that kind of movement all night long against a legit Western Conference power type team in the New Orleans Pelicans. The Celtics get it done, 113-100. Look, They have Washington, lowly Washington, on the road on Wednesday night.
Yeah.
You would figure that'd be 7 straight, but you got to go out there and play the game. But still, the Celtics are rolling. They win it 113-100 here on Monday night without 5 players available. This Garden Report brought to you by Action Heat. Go to actionheat.com/garden for 20% off your order, or use the promo code Newsfeed. Celtics get it done here on Monday night. I'm Mike Petralia for Jimmy Toscano, CLNS Media.